Now, the wake-up moment for me, and the moment that really shone a light on this for me, is how many people saw the protests of parents in Birmingham, Muslim parents, outside of schools. I'll be honest, I saw it, and I thought, actually, it fits with what I talk about. Is this homophobic Muslims following the teachings of Islam? It would have been a very easy point to push or to get behind. And I started watching and listening. I found out that a Muslim child come home from school, primary school. Remember that, primary school, under 11. I believe this little girl may have been 6 years old. Come home and told her mum and dad that she can be a boy. Now that was the issue that raised the problem for the Muslim parents. They then started looking at this program that was being taught to their children. Again, I would have been of the mindset, are these homophobic Muslims? Is this the reason? I looked at the school. I saw that the man who's running this education system within the school is homosexual. So then I investigate to see if there's been any previous complaints at the school by Muslim parents about having a gay man teach their children, which there hadn't. So this, from the parents, wasn't about a homosexual teaching their children. It wasn't really about homophobia, which I was automatically led by the media and pushed by politicians that these were extremist parents and they're bigots. That's what we've seen. That's what I saw. I then looked and listened a lot to what the parents were saying. And I stand here today, not as a political activist. I stand here to talk about this issue, which will surprise people, the issue I'm talking about. I talk about not as a political activist, as a father. I listened to those Muslim parents. I didn't see them as religious activists. I saw them as fathers, concerned parents with what was being taught to their children. The moment that really ingrained it for me was when I saw Ellie Barnes. Ellie Barnes is a government advisor, an award winner, an LGBT activist in Birmingham. This problem comes from Birmingham. It's rolled out from the city of Birmingham, which is why the Muslim parents have been on the front line of this issue in that city. She said previously, and we hear that this is about tolerance. That's what we hear. This is about this teaching of the children. We'll get on to what they're teaching, but we hear it's about tolerance. Ellie Barnes, and I'll quote her, "We must smash the heteronormativity in primary school children." That's someone with an agenda, their own agenda, and they want to push it on our children. Not her children, our children. Okay? Smash the heteronormativity. The normativity of a man being with a woman, which is normal. Okay? And they want to smash it. And this is like when I first woke up to the issues I'm known for talking about. The more I read, the more concerned I come. It's exactly the same with this issue. The more I've started looking and learning and seeing the agenda that's being pushed on primary school children, the more concerned I've come. Let me show you a video, and I could show you hours worth of these videos. Yeah? Let me show you a video of primary school nursery children.
Would like to do some of those funny little dances from Fortnite? Does anybody know any of the dances from Fortnite? Oh, then you are a credit to your community. But most of all, Michael likes to twerk. Now, does anybody in this room know how to twerk? All right, well, it's quite important to the story, so I will just give you a very quick demonstration. All you need to do is you just stand with your feet sort of shoulder width apart, like so. Okay, and I'll show you at the side so you can get a better view that way. And you're crouched down into this sort of position here, so your bum's sticking out. Hope you're taking this all in. And then you just move your bum up and down like that, and that's twerking. Now,
you wonder why you are confusing our children. We are sitting on a trans time bomb of confused young children growing up. And when we talk about, I've spoke about the way that people don't feel free to speak about this. I've watched as the Muslim community, the more I've looked into it, they've been silenced in Birmingham. They've been silenced, they've been stigmatised, they've been slandered as extremists. I've seen the local politicians condemn them. They're parents who have fears and worries about what's being taught to their children. The message I'd like to give about this organisation and about activism to the British establishment Do you know what's so crazy? This is all happening under a Conservative government. Not under Jeremy Corbyn's Labour Party, under a Conservative government. The silencing and the fear aspect. We want to become an umbrella for people across the country. The 90% of Welsh citizens who opposed this, and it was forced anyway. We want to give a message to the British establishment that if you think this is going under the carpet and quietly passing through for compulsory teaching in children's education by September, if you think you've seen problems outside schools in Birmingham, you haven't actually seen anything yet. Because, and I'll put the olive branch out to the parents in Birmingham, I think that we have to, the British public have to support them. The main problem here is that many parents will not even be aware that drag artists are being brought in to speak to children at school, to read nursery rhyme books, that these books are becoming part of curriculum teachings. The increase going up of over 2,000% each year of gender dysphoria. So, in that, as a father, as a guardian to my children, I will not allow a nanny state to remove my parental rights. And I want to make sure that people join. If you wanted a movement to join, I urge you to join it. I urge real LGBT activists. We've come a long way in protecting gay people's rights. I'd be the first person to speak up for gay people's rights. These videos, this teaching is nothing about gay people's rights. This is about an enforced indoctrination into primary school children. I implore you to join this fight. I implore you to join this movement. The nanny state makes for a terrible educator and an even worse parent.